Hi, I'm Rivka Malka, and today we're going to talk about 5 ways to raise confident kids. Confident kids are the best. It is such a blessing to have confidence. You think of ourselves as adults and how so many of us struggle with insecurity. Imagine that we can give our children this gift of feeling powerful, of feeling valuable and important, and kind of ridding them of this, preventing them from having this struggle. But more than that, confident kids are oftentimes happy kids. So, are we ready? 5 ways to raise confident kids. Here we go. Number 1, and this one I definitely grew up with, hardcore. Make them work. Make them work. Sometimes as moms, what we're aiming for is this kind of illusion of perfection. Like, we want to get everything done for the children so they could just come home and peacefully have their snack and do their homework and then eat supper and then play and then go. No, your kids are not in a hotel. What happens, besides for getting a burnt out mom, what happens if we don't involve our children in housework? What happens is that they don't have this chance to learn what a valuable contribution they make. See, kids need to feel that they are a part of a team, that they're part of something greater than themselves. We need to plant this in them when they're really young, because when they go out into the big world, you want them to have this feeling of, I have a valuable contribution to make. There are things that I can do. And where does it start? It starts when they're 3, when they're 4. And you say to the kid, set the table. And you mean it. And if it's hard for them, then you give them a hand. Maybe you start out with set the table with mommy. And when they're a little older, you kind of up it. I find that I always give my children, I hope they're not listening, jobs that are a little bit harder than they can do. Why? Because that's how they learn. That's how they learn to stretch. Sometimes they hate it, they kick, they scream, but you know what? That whole sink of dishes got done. And they did it, and they can do it. And one day when they're visiting their friend's house and the mom isn't feeling well and the friend's got to pitch in, they can roll up their sleeves, put on an apron, and do all those dishes and know that they can do it. And that's just in the micro. As you go out into the macro, you're actually giving them job skills. When they sit before someone in an interview, they have this feeling of, I can do it, I can do things. And when they sit in a brainstorming session in high school, they have this feeling of, I am making a valuable contribution. So that starts with giving them work. Don't be scared to give a weekly job, a daily job. Don't be scared to make your kids work for the things, not that they need, I would say, but that they want. For us, anything the kid needs, they need, and that's on us. But anything they want, all those extras, anything that starts with an eye, like an iPad, the eyes, or just a really, a little more clothing than is beyond what I would usually buy. So that's on them. And they know that they can do the work and get there. So number 1 is make them work. Ready for number 2? Okay. Number 2, love their ideas. Love them. When you hear your child give you an idea, what's actually happening is that they're handing you a little tiny vulnerable seed, a little seed of vulnerability, of creativity, of deliciousness, a little piece of their heart. And then you got to decide, what am I going to do with this little piece of this child's heart? Am I going to nourish it? Am I going to water it? Or am I going to just oh, it's just a little seed? So number 2 is love their ideas. My mother used to say, I love to say yes. Try to be a yes mom. Forget yes man. Be a yes mom. Say yes to as many things as you can. And sometimes all a kid needs is for you to say yes, and they never get around to doing it anyway. So sometimes you get off easy, but love them. Love their ideas. Hear that child and don't think housework. Think child. I love it. Number 3. All right. Number 3 is hold on to your word. Keep your word. Whenever you have a relationship, there's a contract within that relationship. When you tell a child something and then you keep your word, what you're letting them know is that the world is a safe place. And it gives them the freedom to move about it with confidence. So if I say to my child, when you clean your room, then I'm going to take you somewhere. And my house cleaning is a big topic. Maybe you got this one covered. I'm still working on it. When you clean your room, I'm going to take you somewhere. And then I follow through. Then he knows that there's a cause and effect. I do this, and the world responds with that. And then I get what I need or what I want. That's a wonderful, wonderful lesson to teach a child. Number 4, explode their talent. Look at what your kids' talents are, and don't only let those kids who have like the dancing or the acting shine. Every kid's talent can shine, and then they feel so good when they say to someone, I do gymnastics, or I'm good at this. It just gives a boost. Number 5, and this is the most important rule for raising confident kids. Now, I don't like the word rule. I don't think there's rules for anything, but this one has a rule. This is the exception. You've got to see your kids for who they are. Whenever you see your child, there's this filter, and the filter is you're filtering your child's experience through your own experience, what works for you, what you loved, what you hated. Take away that filter and just like wipe your eyes. If you need to, put your palms on your hands, that's it, on your eyes. That's actually a way of reprogramming your thoughts. Put your palms on your eyes and take another look at your child and see them for who they are. I had a daughter, for years I thought she was shy. She is not shy. She is a one-on-one person who has a tremendous inner calm and a tremendous sensitivity. She's a wonderful observer. And until I saw her for who she is, my entire frame of reference was, why aren't you calling this and going here and going there? I tortured her, you know? Go do this, why don't you do that? Why don't you? Because that has nothing to do with her. That's my reality. Her reality is this beautiful, serene essence. I have a son whose main delight, he's such a little scientist, whose main delight is, you know, to watch things roll. One time I was in the middle of telling my mother-in-law how much he loves wheels, and we turn around and there he is rolling down a hill on an office chair. He found more wheels to use. You know, what did that have to do with a family party that we were at? Look at the child and don't think, why are you being so wild when the other kids are playing it? Love them for who they are. Get rid of your own personal frame of reference and take a really good look at who is this beautiful human being standing in front of me. When you open yourself up to your child in that way, that's the biggest gift of all. And that instills in them a sense of confidence and security that will last for them their whole life. Happy, confident kids. Take care and wishing you all the best.